Hi everyone, Alex here. Continuing with our Ninja Carrier series, this is going to be part 6. Today I'm going to show you how to add a chase width parameter, which is going to allow us to modify the distance of the faceplate from the center line of the chase. And then we're going to do some tweaks. We're going to adjust a little bit the faceplate, and then we're going to do some adjustments to the sweep that goes into the main sanitary line. So get ready and see you in Revit. And let's say you don't have time to create the Ninja Carrier, or you don't feel confident enough to do it on your own, then I have good news for you. If you just want to get it, I ended up creating a single carrier with a horizontal discharge, a single carrier with horizontal discharge and auxiliary inlet, a back-to-back with horizontal discharge, a single with vertical discharge, and a back-to-back with vertical discharge. And what I did is I made the Carrier Ninja package available for you to download by scanning the QR code that you see on screen right now. We will want to add a parameter here for the distance from the center line to the exterior of the faceplate. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go edit family again. Then I'm going to go to my parameters. I think I'm going to group all those parameters under plumbing so I can find them easier when I'm in the project. So I'm going to go here to foot base, edit, group it under plumbing, and leg top, edit, and group it under plumbing. Click OK, and click OK. Now I'm going to go to my reference level, and I'm going to dimension from the center line to the faceplate, and I'm going to make this a parameter, and I'm going to call it center line to faceplate distance. It's going to be an instance parameter, and I'm going to group it also under plumbing. Make this a different scale so that I can read better. I'm going to save it. And now let's study the behavior, right? If I come here and I change that center line to faceplate distance, let's say to 8 inches, I'm going to take it to the other screen. Let's see what happens. Let's see what breaks. Click apply. Well, nothing much break other than the fact that this feet stretch. And this, right, if you notice, if we go to 10 inches to make it more evident, you know, this got disconnected. So let's take it one step at a time, right? So the first thing, I'm going to click on this solid here, which is an extrusion. I'm going to edit that extrusion. I'm going to open it from the front view, which is okay. Now let's check in which plane this was created. So see, I had it in the center, front, back. That's where I had started it, but that's really not where I want it, remember? Let's go back in time a little bit. We started here, and then we extrude it all the way up to here, right? But we don't really want that. But let's not sweat it. What we can do is just click on the solid now, and we can always just align to this plane, this one, and lock it. And now let's see how that behaves. Let's shrink it to, let's say, 8 inches. Click apply. That's behaving exactly like we want. Let's get it back to that original size. And that's perfect. And now let's try to do something similar here, right? So what's happening is that we want to make this distance from here to here and from here to here a constant. So let's see if we dimension from strong to weak and lock it, and then from strong to weak and lock it. But now before we break all this, remember that we have these planes here and here as well. So we have to also make those fixed, right, from the same reference. So dimension from strong to weak and lock it, and then from strong to weak and lock it. And now let's give it a shot. That's okay because I already defined the behavior, you see. So if I do undo and redo, this is staying put, perfectly put. See, undo, redo. So the only thing changing here is the distance from the center line to the faceplate, which is what I want. And then the feet and the support are moving with the faceplate. See? Undo, redo. It's like magic. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to save my family. Actually, I'm going to change this back to the original center line to faceplate distance. And I think I'm just going to redefine this sweep because it's giving me too much trouble now. So I'm going to delete that. And then let's go back to basics. This distance from here to here, the minimum one was 6.6, right? So let's actually check that against the cut sheet. And that actually checks out. You check out this distance is about 6.6. So that's pretty good. Notice that this carrier you know, the feet are adjustable. There's a little misalignment here on purpose because they want to slope it at 1/8 of an inch. The faceplate itself is adjustable, but we don't want to go that deep. We want a simple carrier that works well and saves us time, right? So we don't have to go that detailed. But we know that this is this 6.6 was okay, so I'm going to actually delete this reference plane and delete this reference plane, and then go back to basics from the faceplate. So what I'm going to do is come here and have that center line to faceplate distance set to 6 5/8 of an inch, and click OK, right? And now I know that this is something that I want to extend or contract depending on that distance. So I can just measure more or less the distance from here to here, right? And we can see that it's almost 6 inches, right? So I could do, for example, create similar, pick plane, and say, let's say 5.5, right? A little bit less. And then click on that center line. And then grab this plane, let's shrink it. Let's shrink the other side. Right? And then we can come here and make this distance a fixed distance. We can lock it right here. So it will be locked based on the center line. And then we can align to that locked plane, this face, and lock it, right? And then let's test the stretchy part first, and then we do our final sweep. So we come here and we change that distance from 6 5/8, which is the shortest one, to let's say 10 inches, right? Apply, and that's perfect. See, let's go undo. See, these dimensions remain exactly the same, which is what we want. The faceplate remains exactly the same, and then just our extension is extending, right? Now let me do undo. And now what I want to do is that last sweep from here to here, right? I'm going to create a reference plane from here to here. And then I'm going to call this fixed plane. So my sweep is going to be defined in the reference level. That's good. So I'm going to sketch my path. I'm going to pick planes. I'm going to pick this one and this one. And I'm going to do TR from here to here. I'm going to do TE to trim to here. And I'm going to finish. So I'm going to sketch path again. I'm going to move this plane to here. And then I'm going to rotate it to here. I think it's going to be more comfortable for me. And I'm going to click OK. And I want to click here. I want to edit that profile. I'm going to use the front view as a reference. I'll create my circle. We said that circle was 1.8 inches in radius. So 1.8 inches. Then I'm going to make my center mark visible. I'm going to align to this plane, lock it, and to this plane, and lock it, and click OK, and click OK. Let's take a look at that 3D view. It's looking really good. And let's change our dimensions to, let's say, those 10 inches to see how this behaves. Take it to the other screen. And that's very good. Now I shrink it back to 6 5/8. Fantastic. Let's make it 16 inches. An exaggeration. And that's perfect. I'm going to hit cancel. I'm going to take it back to the original dimension. And before I say back into my project, I want to make sure I change my material to my beautiful foot material. There you go. So now let's load into project. Let's take a look at our 3D view. And now let's try to change our feet parameter. You should find those under plumbing. So that foot base, let's make it, for example, let's exaggerate it to 12 inches. Boom. And now let's take our center line to faceplate distance and exaggerate it to 10 inches. And that is looking beautiful. Love my carrier. We're done.